Hey guys, welcome to my entry to Thrill Me Thursday's Top 5 Religious Horror Movies. It's a tag my friend Andrew started, and each week is a new theme. If you want to do a response video, just put Thrill Me Thursdays in the title, and it'll be added to a playlist. Stay tuned till the end to find out next week's theme. I also want to plug the Facebook horror group Horror Enthusiasts 101 before I begin, and also please check out my self-published books on Amazon. The links to all of these are down below in the description. So, starting at number 5, we have Hereditary, a movie I honestly didn't like at first, and I'm even on record on a stream reviewing it and saying I didn't like it, but the more I watched videos about this movie and read about it, and the more I looked into it, the more I warmed up to it. And I think it'll be better upon a second viewing. I did end up buying the Blu-ray, I just haven't rewatched it yet. But it is one of the scariest movies I ever watched, despite my complaints I originally had. And Toni Collette was absolutely killer in her role as Annie Graham. By the time we got to headless corpses in the attics and weird symbols all around, I almost couldn't watch. Well, honestly, I was watching through my finger cracks, but absolutely terrifying movie. Hereditary, absolutely terrifying. At number 4, we have Children of the Corn, one of my favorite Stephen King movies. The terror all derives from the deity, he who walks behind the rose, and Isaac, who delivers the message, messages rather. Isaac comes to town and convinces the kids to murder all the adults of the fictional town called Gatlin, and there are blood rituals, sacrifices, most commonly for those who turn 19. They all get sacrifices, and there's all sorts of cult goodness in this movie. I absolutely love it. I have not seen any of I think there's like 11 sequels. I have not seen any of those, but the original movie is pretty fantastic. Now, I love this next one. I love this book and movie so much, and on another day, it might be 1 or 2, but at number 3, I have the original Carrie from 1976. Carrie's problems all stem from her mother, who is an absolute nut, a very religious woman who thinks everything is of the devil. Her torture of Carrie is initially what triggers her telekinesis, and her bullying at school makes it even worse. And it all comes back to the god-awful treatment of her deranged mother. At number 2, I cannot say enough good about The Exorcist, and honestly, so much has already been said about this movie, and it's tough to think of what to say, but Regan McNeil is a little girl who gets possessed, and the whole movie is a piece of cinematic history. William Peter Blatty wrote the book and the screenplay, so I think that's partly why it translated to the screen so well. But the amazing acting of Linda Blair and the rest of the cast knocks it out the park. I know the tagline for Black Christmas is, if it doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight, but the same can be said for this movie. And at number 1, Rosemary's Baby. The whole movie, and the book for that matter too, keeps you hooked from the first line to the last. It's a story that has multiple layers, and it's not just the Satanist part that creeps you out, although that is the main factor in the book, but there's just never-ending suspense, and you don't really know about the Satanist part till like really towards the end, but there's just all this suspense that grows by the second. It's got suspense, mystery, and terror all wrapped into one. It really makes you think, and it's my favorite book ever and one of my favorite horror movies ever, and that's why it takes the top spot. An honorable mention goes to The Omen, who I recently just bought at Half Price Books. It's in my recent horror haul if you haven't watched it, but I got The Omen. I was meaning to watch it, but I didn't have time to watch it before I made this video, and my friend Andrew keeps telling me that if I watch The Omen, it would definitely make this top 5 video, so maybe in the future I'll end up amending this video or making a remake to include The Omen if it's as good as he says. But join us next week for top 5 horror movies of the 1970s, and don't forget about the Horror Enthusiasts 101 Facebook group and my books down in the description. And remember, if you make a response, title it with Thrill Me Thursdays, and it'll be added to a playlist. Thank you all for watching.